Welcome in to Turn Up the Volume, where volume stands for voices of ladies united, motivated, and empowered. Now, something that I love about Augusta is the community of nonprofits. And we have somebody that is not new to that world at all. I'm going to go ahead and bring her up here. We have Marquitta Rucker. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to have you. We know you're not shy of being here at Fox 54. You have a lot of events and things that go on in the community that we continue to love and share. But I want to talk a little bit more about your world, being the nonprofits, and a little more about you as well.
Okay.
So as we're rambling on about these nonprofits, I know that one of the main ones that you have is the SWAT Foundation. And let me check here, making sure that I have that acronym correct, because SWAT is an acronym, and it's Servants with a Testimony.
Correct.
All right, now tell us a little bit about that. Where did it even begin?
All right. So, SWAT Foundation is actually something that my mom started. My mom is from Elberton, Georgia. In our neighborhood, she wanted to help the elderly. So she started SWAT Foundation in our church. And soon after starting SWAT Foundation, we found out she had multiple myeloma cancer. And she soon passed from that cancer.
Sorry to hear that.
My plan was to be somebody's superintendent, but God said I got other plans. So because of that, I decided that it was my responsibility to continue my mom's legacy. And so SWAT Foundation was birthed into a legal entity, and this is our 10th year.
What? So this is the anniversary.
Yes.
Wow, that is amazing that you've been able to take that and carry it on and grow it to what it is now. Let's speak a little bit to that, because like you said, your mom started it more so for the elderly community, but now I think it has expanded across that. So talk to us a little bit more about that. What communities are you really reaching out to with the nonprofit?
Okay, so when my mom started SWAT Foundation, it was something that was just like in our local church and in our local church neighborhood. She reached out to some of the elderly. She would go out and clean their homes, make sure they got a ride to church, make sure they had food and things like that. So when she passed, there were some things that I realized that my dad and I didn't know about cancer survivors, people who are currently going through cancer, and people who actually take care of the people who are going through cancer. So when we started SWAT Foundation, we wanted to help everybody not go through some of the things that we went through. So our first target audience was to help caregivers, survivors, and people currently going through cancer. And we did that for 4 years. But what we soon realized after I got into the grant writing world and how to fund this nonprofit, because I got into this thing not knowing what to do, but we realized that funders don't like to fund people who are doing the same thing. And there's some pretty amazing people out here who are already helping people who are impacted by cancer. So because of that, we didn't want to have to close our doors. So we pivoted, which is a smart business move. We really did a deep dive into what some of the needs were here in the community. And we found out that there were some untapped needs, or unmet needs that weren't being tapped into. And some of those things included the early childhood development piece. So I became a car seat technician, and so I travel around the CSRA talking about car seat safety, helping to install car seats. We actually distribute car seats and diapers and wipes and things of that nature, because the foundation is the most important thing. Helping our parents be the child's first teacher is also important. And then we tap, and as a teacher, I knew firsthand the educational needs in this community. And so we start tapping into helping kids be academically prepared when they go back to school. And then in addition to that, as a mom, at the time I was a single mom, and I saw so many women coming through our doors not being able to take care of their families, but they were talented, they had gifts. And then COVID happened. We saw so many women who had degrees and other things that their jobs folded, and they were no longer able to take care of their women. So I said, we got to do something about this, y'all. So we created a program called Influencer, where we help women take their gifts and their talents and start their own business so that they can be self-sufficient. We like to think that all of our programs are a hand up and not a handout. And so that's a little bit about where we were and where we are right now.
Yeah, I love that. And you spoke a little bit about one of the programs that have come out of it. And I want to talk about that a little bit. What is a program? It can be that there or another program that you've done that really you think has significantly impacted the community.
Okay. So two of our biggest programs are going to be our education program, which is what we like to call our Retool the School program. So under that program, we partner with at least 50 other small businesses and organizations in this area, and we serve about 5,000 children each year with school supplies, toiletries, and other wraparound services that help students be successful in school. We do it every last Saturday in July every single year, and it's called the Mega Back to School Bash. In addition to that, in our education program, we provide access to financial literacy, things that most children aren't taught at school, and sometimes not even at home, and that's okay because we're now able to offer access to that. Yeah. We also have partners who offer access to mentoring and other things like that. We like to think of ourselves being like a bridge to other services throughout the partnerships that we have. And to date, we probably served about 20,000 families with that initiative.
Wow.
And to talk to moms who say, hey, I came to the Mega Back to School Bash and I wasn't employed, but I want you to know I'm gainfully employed now. And now I can come back and volunteer, and now I can come back and help. Those are the success stories that I like to hear. Or moms that say, hey, I couldn't find childcare, but I came to this event and now my baby has been in school for the last 8 months. Those are the things that I think make an impact because we want our clients to get a job. We don't want to continue seeing them in the line. We want to actually work ourselves out of a job. And so those are the success stories that I like to see. Our entrepreneurship program, Influencer, to date, we've helped start 500 businesses.
Wow.
In addition to that, we've helped those businesses secure about $10 million in funding through the training and the resources and the other things that we offer those women. And from the surveys that we take, a lot of our women say they lack access to mentoring, accountability partners, affordable training. So we do the same thing that some bigger organizations here do, but we make it affordable. We want people to know that it doesn't matter if your business is has a revenue of $1 million or $6. You still deserve a seat at the table. So that's kind of what we do with Influencer. And to see women start off with maybe just a vendor table at a pop-up shop, to see now they're in a brick and mortar building being successful, those are the success stories that we know that we help attribute to the economic development in this community.
Yeah, I love that so much. You're touching on two big communities there with the children, the moms, the ladies. I love that, able to pour into them. But I want to backtrack a little bit. You talked about, you thought you were going to grow up, be a superintendent. It's something that's telling me that you have a love for kids, though, because that superintendent, you still would have had to deal somewhat in the child education system. So something about that education system. What is that for you? Tell me a little bit about that love there.
So when I went to college, I initially went for nursing. And thank God Georgia Southern makes you go through a preliminary program. And I found out my stomach is queasy.
I can't.
I can't deal with blood. And so after doing some soul searching, I found out that I did have a love for education. And so I majored in early childhood education. And then I went on to get my master's in educational leadership. And I have been a teacher at several schools here in Richmond County. And I've done like wraparound services here in Richmond County. And my love for children, my love for the community is what made me feel like I want to continue going to the top, going from teacher to principal to I saw myself being a superintendent at the school because I know what it feels like to be a teacher, so I know what teachers need, but I also know what it feels like to be a parent and to know what parents need as well. So I felt like this is what I want to do, God. This is the ultimate job for me. I want to be there because I just love curriculum. I love science. I'm a big history buff. I felt like that is going to be my ultimate goal. But like I said, we can tell God our plans and then we can hear him laugh.
Yes, for sure. But it still, it still seems like you've been able to still live it out in different ways.
I feel like I still teach and serve. I just teach differently now.
Yeah, and sometimes outside of those walls is the best teaching that we can that we can get, for sure. Now, Marquitta, I want to talk to you a little bit about you. Okay. Who are you outside of the community efforts that you give?
Okay, who is Marquitta outside of SWAT?
Yes.
I am a mom of 3. I have 3 beautiful girls, 10, 18, 20. Both of my children are off at college, so now it's just me and my 10-year-old, who we affectionately call Peanut.
Oh.
So we have been having a lot of adventures. I love to read. Something that most people don't know about me is, like, I'm an avid couponer, like extreme couponer. Like, I want to go in and come out with some change.
Wait. We have to stop there. Extreme couponer. So you're like the show that.
Yes.
Do you have a binder?
So I have a binder. It's a baseball card thing. My kids hate to go to the store with me. With it, so I have to get up on Saturday mornings and sneak away because they will try to convince me not to.
They don't want. When they get older, they're gonna. Can I get that coupon? Yeah, they're gonna appreciate it.
I'm an avid clearance shopper. Everywhere we go, even when we go on vacations and out of town, I'm like, I gotta go to the clearance aisle. You gotta take me to the clearance aisle, and I've gotten so good at it that I was able to teach my dad, and so now my dad is an avid couponer and clearance shopper. So that's one thing that most people don't know about me. And that I love to read. Yeah. I'm a huge history and science book, so I love reading books about science and magical adventures, and I love, like, the Renaissance era, and cowboy movies are my favorite.
Cowboy movies. So have you seen 310 to Yuma?
Yes.
I love 310 to Yuma.
Listen to me. And I even watch cowboy movies like Bonanza and things like that, and like Yellowstone. Those kind of movies are my absolute favorite. So,
wow. What is it about those movies?
I don't know. I guess it's just like the history and
the history.
Learning about time and just things. Just history things.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. So those are most things that people look at me that they don't see, that those are the things that I enjoy.
I love that. So are you a documentary person?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love documentaries.
Me too. We have a ton of people here. Of course, being like media, film, they love documentary stuff. So that's right up everybody's alley. I love that. Now, let's go on and move on to more so. I see that you do a lot on social media as well, to put out your foundation, to put out anything, the grant writing, things to just bring the community together, tips and everything. So how has social media helped you through all of this?
To me, social media has helped bring awareness, one, to who SWAT is, what SWAT does, what the kind of things that we offer, how we help people, the programs that we have. I meet people all the time that I don't know that say, hey, I know you, you're the grant lady, or hey, I know you're from SWAT, the SWAT Foundation. So it allows people to see what we're doing and know that there's a need in the community. And so a lot of times people who don't know us are able to support us via social media, donate. I have people that call and inbox and text all the time because of something they saw on social media, saying, hey, I saw that there was a need for bicycles. I have brand new bikes. Can you come and pick them up? Or it has also led to opportunities where we've got partnerships with, like, USDA and FEMA because of social media. They'll say, hey, we saw you on LinkedIn or social media, and we see the things that you're doing in your community. We would like to extend a partnership with you to do technical assistance for us, to travel with us, to do these types of programs. So though it brings awareness and open doors.
Wow, I love that there. Social media is my thing over here, so it really, when I see a lot of that going up, I'm like, okay, I know that social media is really helping out. Like you said, people see you from there, and hey, I know you, or hey, I have this for you, just because they saw a post circulate and come around.
Absolutely, and I think it also none of my family lives here in Augusta. Most of my family lives about 2 hours away, so it also helps my family keep up with what's going on with me, what's going on with my girls, what's going on with SWAT, because it is, like I said, it stemmed from something my mom started. So for them to be able to see, like, boy, this is really grown from what Ann started, and they are proud too. So
That's
kind of like twofold.
Yeah, I love that. And I know you spoke of your mom passing away early on. What have been some sort of trials to get here, that you've had to overcome to get to where you are now with your foundation, and just what even put you in the mindset to continue on that?
Well, my mom was actually like one of my best friends, and when she passed, it's a really dark time for me. It was almost like I didn't think I could go on, because I just felt like she left me. And so my cousin, after the funeral, and she said, like, hey, your mom would not want you to be this sad. She would not want you to continue living like this. You're going to have to do something with this pain. And it was like that ignited a spark in me. Like, you're right. She wouldn't want me to do this. She wouldn't want me to give up. I know that she would want me to continue living, continue raising my children, continue helping my dad. And so just for me, feeling like God is allowing her to watch from heaven what I'm doing with SWAT, what is going on with my children, how I'm helping my dad, that has kind of ignited a fire in me. Like, okay, Mama, I'm carrying this torch. I hope you see.
Yeah, I love that. And she's dancing right now for the 10-year anniversary that you've continued to keep going. And we spoke a little bit earlier about people seeing you on social media, but let's talk to that, as in, if there's volunteers or supporters of your mission, where can they reach out to?
Absolutely. So if anyone wants to support SWAT Foundation, they can contact me on social media. They can contact us through SWAT Foundation on social media. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. They can go to our website at swatfoundationinc.org. They can email me at m.rucker@swatfoundationinc.org as well. Our business number is 706-751-9787.
All right. Yes. Well, thank you so much. And Marquitta, before we get out of here, any other things you want to share with the community that I might have didn't pull out of you?
One thing, we have our mega back to school bash that is coming up. We want our families to come out and take advantage of the services and the businesses and the partnerships that will be available. In addition to like school supplies, we'll have like toiletries. We'll have activities for the kids to do. We'll have Richmond County on site doing job applications. We'll also have Snelling staffing on site doing job applications. There is something for everybody that will be at this back to school bash, because we know that going back to school is bigger than having a book bag or a pencil. If the lights are off at home, if there's no food in the refrigerator, if mom or dad or grandma or cousin or whoever doesn't have a job, all of those things contribute to the student having a successful job, a successful school year. So we want to make sure that we are a one-stop shop for our family. So please, if we can serve them, please let us serve you.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And date and location, has that been selected just yet?
It's going to be July the 25th.
Okay.
From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please come early.
Yeah, you got to get out there. And it's early, 11 to 1. You got to get out there.
You got to get out there.
Yes.
And it's going to be at the Henry Brigham's Community Center.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so y'all have a good, big open space for everything. So y'all heard that. You got to get in, continue to support the mission and the foundation, but also back to school is coming really soon. So July 25th, Henry Brigham Young. I always add young. Is it Henry Brigham or just?
It's just
Henry Brigham. I don't know why I say young, but the Henry Brigham Center. But thank you so much, Marquitta, for coming in.
Yes. Like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, I love that. I love that, we got to see you from outside of just in our main studio and got to learn a little bit about you and what it's all about.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.